Welcome to POW Talk with Bishop Womack-El, better known as POW, your professor of wellness. A world-class, naturopathic holistic scientist and herbalist who's been improving people's lives for over 40 years through God's divine word. POW will share life-changing principles for your health and wealth, covering a cornucopia of subjects on holistic living that will refresh, encourage, and guide you towards a higher zone of living. It's time for you to be, do, and have all that the Creator originally intended for you. So let's get up, over the top with your most trusted name in holistic living. Life coach, speaker, and author, the prophet of wellness, Bishop Womack-El.
Well, blessings, and even more blessings unto you. This is your POW, your prophet of wellness, Bishop Womack-El, with another podcast that will actually liberate, set you free, and raise you up to a higher standard of living so that you can be, do, all, and have that the Creator originally intended for you. I want to talk about today about release the waste. Release the waste, a part of our detoxification program for this season of summer. Many folks don't realize that they're weighted down by so many different things, but the pressures of life, it's almost like survival every day for life, and others more of maintenance of life. Regardless of how you're carrying life, it's always a good time during certain seasons, especially the one that we're in right now called summer, to go through a detoxification, because life will weigh you down. Financial burdens, relational burdens, emotional burdens. I mean, and then on top of that, if you're suffering from any disease, any pain, any aggravation in life, or any sickness, or fibromyalgia, hypertension, sugar imbalance, these are extra things to carry in your journey of life called waste. So I want to talk about something concerning what you need to do and get you into the consciousness, because what is taking place today, my friend, is our fiberless junk foods and the lack of exercise causes the average American to be 70,000. Get this, 70,000. Hear this, 70,000. Write this, 70,000 bowel movements short in their lifetime. Did you hear what I said? Our fiberless foods, junk foods. I call it SAD. Actually, America calls it the SAD, the Standard American Diet, SAD, which is fiberless. All right, and the lack of exercise. People are in front of those computer screens. You might be in front of one right now listening to me. Actually, it would make more sense to be on a treadmill or taking a walk or a little jog, and put on your headphones and listen to the POW podcast. But most are not. Even why I am actually talking and teaching this lesson, what has happened, we have embraced this sad standard American diet, as well as the overconsumption of fiberless junk foods and the lack of exercise that causes the average American to be 70,000 bowel movements short in their lifetime. Do the math. Most American high school health textbooks, they actually state that it's normal to have 3 or 4 bowel movements a week. Absurd. And this is based on the average lifespan of 80 years, 3.5 average bowel movements a week. Times, let's look at this, 52 weeks, right? times 80 years equals 14,560 lifetime bowel movements. Now, on the other hand, primitive people who eat simple diets high in fiber, no processed meats, no processed foods, not eating from a can, not going through a drive-through, not eating out of a box, and they get plenty of exercise because they got to hunt for their food, and have very low stress, got no time to be stressed, not like we had, stress, have an average bowel movement, this has been studied, a day, 3 bowel movements a day, times 52 weeks. And think about times 80 years equals 87,300 lifetime bowel movements. 87,360 lifetime bowel movements for primitive people minus 14,560 lifetime bowel movements for Americans. For Americans. That shows that Americans are 72,800 bowel movements short over their lifetime compared to primitive people. Wow. Something is wrong. Now, who would care except that Americans have the highest incidence of colon rectal disease, colon rectal cancer of any country in the world? So obviously, what we teach our children about health in high school is really not normal, but it's really a recipe for disease, a recipe for cancer, a recipe for a colonoscopy bag, or a recipe for death. This block dehydrated, encrusted fecal matter is slowly poisoning. It's just poisoning us as a people, infecting, and it's rotting our bowel, causing inflammation, polyps, causing ulcers, tumors, cancer, and eventually killing the American people. We are self-poisoning. One common thing that I've seen over the years, and I've worked in pathology, worked in radiology, did all different types of different procedures, working at certain hospitals, from IVPs to, you name it, GI series. I can tell you that most Americans suffer from auto-intoxication. I'll say it again. Sounds long, but it's real simple. Auto-intoxication. You know what that is? Self-poisoning. And this is exactly how backed up waste and blockage leads to major diseases in the body without proper hydration, nutrition, and without going through a thorough cleansing, and definitely a detoxification, because there's a major difference between cleansing and detoxification. Cleansing is more mild. Detoxification is more intensified. And in this season, this is what we want to begin to do. We want to actually move into a more intensified type of detox, because we're in the summer and the body really wants to kind of slow down just a little bit to kind of just get rid of cellular debris and mucus and parasites and burn fat, etc., etc. Every system of the body suffers when it's backed up with waste. Every system of the body doesn't function properly when there are blockages, and these blockages, again, they lead to major disease in the body. And the downsides of this, which is called constipation, some people have it a little worse than others who have chronic constipation. The downsides of constipation, they're endless, folks. they're infinite. And you can have sickness, immune weakness, low energy, back problems, menstrual problems, headaches, leg pain. Your menstrual cycle could be very irregular, hormone imbalance, emotional problems, bad digestion, poor assimilation, poor circulation, poor relaxation, and numerous other problems that I could just go on and on, including the herniation of the intestine that's due to the impaction and diverticulosis. And modern medicine says that 100% of Americans before they die are going to have herniated intestines due to constipation. Are you hearing me? Now, I've seen over the years, I've seen so many, I call them health students of mine. I've seen so many that actually develop cancer in the bowel simply because of constipation. Since all waste, all toxins, and poisons that the body eliminates from all organs and systems eventually ends up in the bowel for elimination, for cleaning out and keeping the bowel functioning, means all the body's metabolic waste can get out of you fast. Now, in my ministry of healing, I saw every disease, every illness, no matter what it was, helped, assisted, and some even delivered by detoxifying the bowel, detoxifying the liver, open up the portal ducts of the liver, detoxifying the large intestines, detoxifying the small intestines, and detoxifying the kidneys, detoxifying, are you hearing me, the skin. Now, you may think that your problem is totally unrelated to your bowel, but let me tell you, the old natural healers, they knew this and they were right. Dr. Bernard Jensen, one of my mentors, Dr. Cole, Dr. Robert Sorge. These individuals were absolutely right. Dr. Armstrong. These individuals, actually, Dr. Jensen. I have to this day libraries of his taking of pictures and x-rays of people colon before and after, people who had all these different types of sickness and disease. And these old naturopaths and holistic healers and healing evangelists, these old natural healers, they were absolutely right. They were absolutely right. And they all agree, and I agree with them, when you clean out the bowel, miracles can happen. This is why a seasonal summer detoxification, especially a bowel detox, was mandatory in my own healing ministry and wellness facility, and even in my church. And why 80% of my students / clients, they were completely healed after completing a thorough bowel summer detoxification program. No matter how far removed, listen to me, no matter how far removed the problem seems from the colon to you, you might think it don't relate at all. No matter how ridiculous it might seem to do a bowel detoxification or summer detoxification program instead of brain surgery, hear me. I'm telling you, I know some of you like, the problem I have with my back, the problem I have with my toe, the problem I have with my kidney, non-related. I'm telling you, what do you got to lose versus having gone on dialysis or having your brain surgerized or getting a new patella. I mean, why would you want to go through that when this is something that you can actually go ahead and do yourself? Simple, easy, non-invasive, non-toxic, drugless. And I know, I'm going to say it again, no matter how far removed the problem seems from the colon, no matter how ridiculous this might sound to you, my teaching, it might seem to just seem like this don't make no sense. But if you do a summer detoxification and bowel cleansing program instead of patella replacement, and instead of hip surgery, instead of drowning your body in pharmaceuticals, instead of brain surgery, and cleanse the bowel first, let's see what happens. Miracle! I'm telling you, you might be surprised, and you don't even realize, because for a long time, just because you can go ahead and squeeze out some bowel through a pinhole, because that's all you need, a pinhole, you have no idea how much retained waste is absolutely killing you. How much retained waste is absolutely just lowering the quality of your life. Listen, you need to know more? Give POW, P-O-W, your Prophet of Wellness, a call, 973-873-8004. What do you got to lose besides having brain surgery? What do you got to lose besides having hip surgery? What do you got to do to lose? I mean, giving up packages of pharmaceuticals and drugs that actually have side effects that causes other problems? I mean, I would definitely love to trade that stuff for this. What am I talking about? Retained waste, which could absolutely be causing a chemical imbalance, a interterrain environmental backup, or just killing you. Call this number, 973-873-8004. And I'll be waiting for your call to take you to another dimension of life. For I've come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. This is Bishop Shema Womack-El, your POW, Prophet of Wellness, saying, I see you go one place. Up, 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 and over the top. God bless.
Thank you for listening to POW Talk. If you enjoyed this podcast and would like to learn more about the benefits of holistic health to reach a higher zone of living, go to our website, www.bishopwomack.com, and be sure to like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on new episodes. Until next time, remember, there's only one place to go. Up, 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 and over the top.